Hello everybody, it's the drummer 12382 here and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for the love and support you guys have been showing on the recent content I've been releasing. I actually do greatly appreciate it. Welcome to Norco. This is like episode 4, something like that. I don't remember. But I haven't played this game in a really long time and I thought I would upload a video on it. I created an Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll have a link in the description below where you guys can go follow me over there. It's my brand new Instagram. Haven't uploaded on Instagram in like a year. It's something wild. I took a break off of it and I thought I would make a new one today so I can interact with you guys more and you guys can see more in depth in what I do on a day-to-day basis. And if you don't follow me on my vlogging channel, Instagram is a good way for me to communicate with you guys. So if you guys want to follow me over there, it'll be linked down below. So let's go ahead, just continue right where we left off. Sure, we'll go with this one. Okay. That's Private Detective Brett LeBlanc sitting at the end of the bar. He's an unpredictable character, but we may benefit from speaking to him. Why are you looking at me like that? I still got a chill on my face. Okay. Mind map updated. Alright, let's look at the mind map. LeBlanc. Private Investigator Brett LeBlanc. Okay. Sad. Because of Blake. Okay. Let's talk to him. Sit here long enough, you never know who might pass through. Hey Gus, look at this dynamic duo. Not sure I've seen these two around before today. Sure, Gus, that filthy one right there. Okay, we already read that. That's Kate Madri's oldest. The other one's her robot. You're pulling my leg. That's Kay? Blues, baby? Come on now. I worked at the turnarounds with Blue. Good man. Great man. Had some stories. We already read this. Okay. Or the circus. Blue passed before his time. Is why them kids don't dress right. Blue knew how to dress. You're right about that one. We already read all this. And I have a bit of information. What is it about Blake? This ain't got nothing to do with Blake for once. This is more, you know, mysterious. Like mysteries. LeBlanc, please, time is of the essence. Cool your heels. I'm getting into it. Now I see why Kate kicked you to the curb. This is not correct. Save your battery life. I'm just playing with you. Tell you what. Why don't you get me a drink so we can talk? Okay. Let's actually click on the mind map. Because we clicked. Oh, okay. These two are lit up. Let's click on Blake. Your brother was headed to the Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erica when he dropped by Sarpy Paperbacks to see her yesterday evening. Your brother. Okay, dismiss. And then my mom. Your mom was conducting research in the lake. Your mom was investigating reports of unpermitted shield construction in the lake. While there was something, but what? Your mom. Finish thought. Okay, let's click on something in the lake. Your mom saw something in the lake. Okay. Alright, let's buy a drink. I need a beer for your boy. Lord help me. Another sap buying that lowlife a drink. Okay. Wasted guy. Why you touching my partner? This is where you come in to relax. Okay. A man lies face down on the bar, surrounded by empty bottles. Okay. Good for now, thanks. Okay, where do I need to go? Okay. Wait. Might need you to buy me a little snack too, seeing as my wallet's all the way out in the car. But this is enough to get us going. So, alright, where do I even start? Your mama ever tell you about me? Maybe? She probably never mentioned me by name, but if you've ever heard her mention the wild detective who doesn't play by the rules, doesn't ring a bell. Just let me finish, okay? God damn. Who put his life on the line for the good citizens of Norco? Well, that was me she was talking about. I'm sure I came up. The problem is, you got piss poor memory. Us investigators, we got burp to keep our memory sharp. Yeah, as you're drinking alcohol, which makes you lose your memory. So, while you don't know me, I know a lot about you. I grew up in this town. You understand? My cousin Susie's ex-husband knew your daddy when he was still at the plant. Catherine, she was a few grades above me at Sacred. That's Sacred. At Sacred Heart. I knew her since I was a boy. Everyone around here knew Catherine. She was always getting herself into trouble, always drawing attention to herself. People say she was keen to Jesus. Old man lived behind Lupe's would say that. Old man lived behind Lupe's would say that. Talking about Papa, black ink of the mind is the achievement. Yeah, Papa. Been years since I thought about him. A lot you could say about Papa. He'd whisper some bullshit and get everyone repeating it. Wasn't all bullshit. Saying a coon ass like me a child of Christ, you know that's bullshit. Well, we are all Christ's children. Not like that, Gus. You know what I mean, like literally. Wait, what? This was years ago, long before Blue died. Papa told the priest a family of Cajuns came from Jesus. Said Catherine had, how you say it, like Jesus blood? Got it from her daddy's daddy, and so on all the way back to the old world. Like in the movies, one with the volleyball. That ain't right movie, Gus. That ain't the right movie, Gus. It's the one with the priest and stuff. Hell, I don't know. I don't watch movies like The Exorcist. Figure some of that likely to be true. You'd believe any old shit, Keith. No disrespect. Catherine never noticed she was off on her own planet, wild as she was. Papa never wanted to be seen. He was watching Catherine, but she weren't watching him. Blue wouldn't let no man like that near her anyhow. You got a point there, Keith. You'd be foolish to get in Catherine's way where she went. Trouble followed. But I admired her, and she admired me. I'll be nice, who wouldn't? Anyone who knows him, I'll piss on ya. Or sees him. You've always been jealous of my looks. Or smells him. Now I know you're full of it. I sprayed this whole suit down in cologne just this morning. Don't mind Gus. I always been the handsome one, and he knows it. Made me forget what I wanted to tell ya. Oh, that's right. Your house is out there near the fence line. Well, that's right behind my place of business. I got a window looks out on the yard, more or less. But this is a pretty long story, and like I was saying, ain't got my wallet on me. And you want us to buy you another drink. That's a real generous offer, Robot. Thank you for that. Unbelievable. Okay, what's going on, folks? LeBlanc wants another. Word of warning, he'll bleed you dry. Sounds like it. Alright. More of this. Okay, Ditch Man. The smile of the man who crouched in the ditch of the highway revisits in mind. His head was smudged with Wednesday's ashes and mascara ran from his eyes. An old man in Norco named Papa had a delusion about your mom. He believed her to be a descendant of Jesus Christ by way of the Cajun ancestry. Interesting. The block. This is the cheap stuff. I ain't complaining or nothing, just making an observation. Tastes like dog piss. Well, that's a lot of beer. This real important information I'm trying to share here. Valuable, you might say. And you buy me the cheapest beer in the house? A little rude, maybe, but that's okay. That ain't no problem. So listen here. This is what I wanted to tell you. My office window looks out on your mom's yard. I'm always keeping an eye on the streets. This was a little ways back, right after Catherine passed. I was looking out there on the street, like I do, and I seen these shield security types leaving the house. They was carrying a box. You saw shield security leaving Catherine's house with a box? That's what I'm saying, robot. They were walking out of the front door with the box, casual as can be. And where the hell were you? Ain't you some kind of security robot yourself? Why didn't you stop the shield agents? What would shield be looking for? Why didn't you stop them? Well, I was busy. With what? You know, just busy. Who cares with that? When are you ever busy with anything? All the time. I can hardly get a minute to relax. Well, you're sitting at the bar, bro, homie. You're sitting at the bar right now, relaxing. What else can you call me? You scamming me out of beers? Nothing, right? You could just be scamming me out of beers. And then what were you doing? I told you. I was looking out the window and saw them shield people. So answers the question, Brett. You see these people breaking into a home. You're always coming around here bragging about stopping the bad guys. If I wasn't too busy, I might have killed them. Sometimes I wonder if I half the stories you tell. Ask around town, everybody knows I'm a killer. Are just fantasies you make up convince yourself? I was taking a shit. The detective smooths his tie as a moment of silence settles over the room. The window is next to a toilet. I'm always watching the streets because I have terrible bowel syndrome. I hadn't even started wiping when I seen these shield dudes. Alright, bruh. Would you run down Apple Street with poo all over your ass? The man closes his eyes and shakes his head slowly. I take that as a no. You wouldn't. Nobody would. You got to have a clean ass to fight crime. Everybody knows that. Had I been done wiping, I guarantee you they'd be dead right now. I'm serious. What would shield be agents looking for? Hell if I know. Laurel St. Clair, the regional CEO, they got over there. She always took a bit of an interest in your mama. I hear she's a loose cannon. Why would she be interested? Everybody was. He's right. Everybody wanted what was in her head. What makes her a loose cannon? That's just what they say. You'd be talking about Laura's piece of work, that woman. Surprised she hasn't run the whole operation into the ground. Only reason the board keeps her on deck is because of her father. Lots of people want her gone. Who's her father? Thomas St. Clair founded Claire Bionics. They made robots like your friend here. Hey, Million, might be a St. Clair unit herself. Map updated. ... Anyhow, man's rich as can be. Thomas St. Clair is a servant of the devil. There's Gus who goes with his bullshit. No bullshit, it's the truth. Alright, Gus. Alright, enough. Alright, that's enough. Before you go, I got one more thing. I'm hungry. Would it be a real nice gesture? I'd appreciate if you bought your information something to eat. And to circle back afterwards, I might have a little more information to share. Alright, let's buy him. What now? Old boy got hungry? Yes, actually. Sucker born every day. Good for business, I guess. Alright, let's look at the mind map. Ooh, more people. Thomas St. Clair is Laura St. Clair's father and the affluent Affluent, founder of Claire Bionics, a machine learning startup. Well, not a startup anymore. Laura St. Clair is the regional security board of Shield Oil. Her role is not secure. The board would like to replace her, but the fear of influence of her father is interested in your mom, likely due to some aspect of your mom's research. Okay, we almost filled up this mind map. Okay. What's oh, Gus? Alright, let's leave. Alright, how can I million? You must be sure to gather all the information we can. Alright, let's click on him again. Should have mentioned I don't care much for these fries here, but that's okay, I ain't complaining. Just would have liked a sandwich is all, but forget all of that. What's important right now is that you understand what I told you. I saw shield thugs leaving your mom's house with a box. What the box contained, no idea. But there was in there looking for something. No telling what. They got headquarters deep inside the refinery. In that old plantation house where the real action happens. If I had to guess where they was heading, that'd be it. Say, Keith, you getting all this? Every word. Keith's making himself a little news website. What's the name going to be, Keith? I got a few ideas in mind. You just like Duck, bruh. Duck used to be a news junkie too, digging up dirt on all the big wigs. That was before the cancer knocked him on his ass. Some people just want to know the truth. You been by to see Duck, K. The man could use visitors. Who? No wonder you don't remember your mama talking about me. You got a pecan for a brain. Kay, I find it surprising that you don't remember Duck. Even the damn robot thinks it's sad. You got poor Catherine turning in her grave, kid. You better go see him. That old boy knows shit no one else does. Where is he? You mean Kate must have took you to see Duck about 1,000 times. Just think about it for 2 seconds. Perhaps LeBlanc is right to suggest that we visit him at some point. Perhaps, oh yes, quiet. Perhaps, oh yes, quite. Why you talk like that? What? Perhaps, oh yes, quite. Why you talk like that? Even what I'm reading, what this is not proper English, my boy. Alright. Did they make you in England or something? You sound like a queen. Thank you. Weird ass thing. Anyhow, figures I'll be seeing you two again. Good luck. Excuse me. I have more questions. Hurry it up then. Oh my god. Tell me more about Papa. We're looking for my brother. Why didn't you just ask us? Okay, never mind. Leave. We know. Okay. If we're to attempt getting into the refinery to reclaim your mother's possessions, we'll need help. The block may know where to find it. The block suggests we visit Duck. It's good advice. Do you recall where Duck lives? No. Okay, what's this? An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. The blog suggested you visit him, but where does he live? You tried to recollect. His health? It took a turn before you left. A bit of lethargy? It took a turn before you left. A bit of lethargy, irregular breathing, sores on his leg. Your mom brought him food on days when he was unable to stand. His son. Dead at 14, an explosion in the yard. Natural gas leaking from a pipe. Something caused a spark. His face. Brief, generous smile, but otherwise placid, expressionless. I was always happy to see him. The pipelines? It crossed the property to Shield's chemical annex. There's only a neighborhood along that face line. What's left of it, anyhow? Small fragment of his home passes through the black ink of your mind. The personal accumulation of dust, the damp curtains, and pile of cans on the kitchen table, and those refinery shadows of the little slab bungalow. Duck lives in Dimes. Okay. Dimes is the neighborhood along the fence line of Shield Chemical Annex. Duck lives there. Okay, let's go to the Dimes then. Alright, see you boys later. This has taken another unusual turn. Yes, it has. The blog says Shield has stolen a box of your mother's possessions. We have nothing else to go on. We must retrieve the stolen items and hope that they point us towards your brother. Accessing Shield's headquarters won't be easy without assistance, perhaps impossible. I suggest we recruit help before attempting it ourselves. Okay, I'll do that. Let's go to the map. And the Dimes. Okay. The house is partially boarded up. You assume it's an artifact of hurricane preparation that has since become a permanent fixture. Bro, what? Lamp? Oh shit! He's creepy. Okay, what's up, bro? Not the first ones to come through here, toppling over all the shit in the dark. Since the buyout, people think the neighborhood's all the way empty. Come around looking for copper. But you wouldn't be that kind of thing, Kay. Not like your brother. How's it been, Duck? How's it been? About how it looks. I made such a mess with that head drive. Just trying to keep myself out of trouble until it's my turn to go. So, you're just hanging out in the dark? Yes, I am. You mentioned a buyout? You must have noticed noticed coming in. The houses are all gone. People here have been fighting with Shield all their lives. They got a little momentum on their side after the last explosion. The papers were making Shield look bad. But hell, we were here first. Shield moved in. We suffered. Gas leaks, noises, explosions. Can't grow my vegetables out in the yard. Just won't grow. I never cared to move, but I knocked doors for it anyhow. If Shield had never dropped in on us, my little plot of land would be worth something. Money they were offering to buy us out was alright, but worth a lot more had they never come. Numbers they put in front of me, I said piss on it. I could have used after Reese died. I just didn't have the energy for it. Now I'm on the last one left in Dimes, so I'm sorry about Reese. It's history. Most days I can't even remember his face, if I'm honest. When you fill out the survey, the head drive clinics, they ask you to write down memories. Control points, they call them. All them years ago, I couldn't stand to write out his name. It was too painful. I skipped his memory. I regretted it at first, but I'm thankful for it now. Be a lot worse if that monster carried a piece of my boy inside its head drive. I unleashed it. The monster, Super Duck, calls itself... Whoa, restart. I unleashed it. The monster, Super Duck, calls itself that just to get me, just to piss me off. It's my fault that the company that made it for me, I should have known from the get-go. They only do their business at night. I found out later they ain't even got a license. Your mother went to the same clinic for hers. I tried to warn her. The junk that was in my brain. He begins to laugh. It's spreading all around like a virus. It's even in the trees. I told your mother don't get messed up in any of that. She tells me it's taking her through the radio. I said, turn off the radio. She never listens. Stopped responding to me. Figure the monster's got money to burn. Catherine didn't want to leave her debt for you to deal with. So you kept up with my mom? Up until right near the end. Okay. Right up until near the end. Okay. She lived like she wasn't sick. Never quit. but I could see it wearing on her. It took a toll on her body. Duck. It started in her liver. They burned it out. I thought maybe that was the end of it. Before you knew it, they found it in her lungs. She was still going all over town, walking up and down airline like some kind of bag lady. Figuring she thought it'd go away if she ignored it. But that didn't work out for her. Once it came for me, it never did quit. I've been getting sores, cramps every day. Can't keep nothing down. Tried to tell her that. Said, Catherine, this not the kind of thing you could just work off. You think she'd listen? By the time it got to her brain, it was all there was to it. No more working. No more doing nothing. But she'd already gotten fed up with me by that point. Never really made amends before they put her in that mausoleum with your daddy. Hurts my heart thinking about it, but what can you do? No hiding from God's will. So, I have questions about my mom. This monster my mom was working for, did you attend her funeral? This monster my mom was working for? Hate even thinking about that thing. It knows I'm here dying while it grows and grows. Big, disgusting, toxic birds sprouting from the ground all over the region with teeth and hands and all kinds of shit. Unbelievable. It turns my stomach. But you know what? I won't be the first to die. Hell no. I roped your mother into some lunacy. She wouldn't tell me the details. I couldn't get a single word out of her after a point. Did you attend her funeral? I planned to arrange for my godchild to pick me up and everything, but the day of the service I could hardly walk. I heard from a couple of people it was beautiful. It's a beautiful one. For all the bridges and she burned, there was plenty of people had nice things to say. Even a few of her colleagues from the university showed up, the ones who got her sacked. I know that of chapped her ass. They buried her with that fake little ring she always wore around her neck. She'd say it reminds her of who she was. Figures she probably wanted to give it to you, but you were gone, and Blake, well, he'd off pawned it to anyone fool enough to buy it. So the ring around her neck was fake? You don't know the story? Kind of funny if it weren't so sad. Your granddaddy wanted to prove he was some royal stock, so he broke into a pawn shop up there on Airline, stole the biggest ruby he could find. Went around telling everybody it was from the old world. Said it traveled from France to Nova Scotia and down in the Mississippi River. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit. He ended up in Angola for it, though they never did find the ring. Catherine took it to an appraiser one time. It's cubic zirconia, fake. The man spent months in jail for a fake piece of jewelry. And after that, everyone started calling him King Pierre. They laughed him out of Crevice. My mom was fired from the university. Sure, you were young. It couldn't have been too long after it blew past. She lied up and down to get a job, and it weren't nothing special neither, just a community college in the city. But that's Catherine, never wanted to play it straight. Suppose Blake took after her in that respect. We're trying to get into the refinery. Not a good idea, Kay. What for? They stole my mom's stuff. Well, that's interesting. The regional executive, she took a particular interest in your mother. Why? She wanted to know the things Catherine knew. I suppose. Your mother was out in the lake. She heard Shield or somebody was building some kind of rig out there. She wanted to find out for herself. She didn't find out what she was looking for, but she found something. Sounded to me like her medication was messing up with her head, but instead it was real, some kind of UFO. Said it followed her back for nearly a mile. But anyhow, that CEO they got at Shield, she's about as far out of her mind as your mother was. She must have caught wind of all this. Catherine got to be careful in her old age, paranoid even. The important things she kept hidden. Whatever Shield stole, it wasn't nothing important, but you want to get it back. Can you help us get in? I'm going to regret telling you this, but I've been sitting on it so long, been dying to tell somebody. I don't know how Shield managed to do it, but they fucked up. They bought out this neighborhood, and ever since they did, they put me behind the firewall. We got a computer terminal back there. Every time I boot it up, I get a view of the inside. Not like I know what the hell to do with it. I clicked around for a bit, but just got myself lost. Can't hardly read the screen. Computer is back there in my library. Have a look. Whatever you do, Kay, I'm asking you to be careful. Thanks, homie. Alright, let's look at the mind map. So much has been updated. Okay. Laura St. Clair is interested in your mom. Okay, we already knew that. Blue is in the mausoleum? Blue wasn't buried. He was interested in a mausoleum. You visited it a few times. Catherine bought flowers and prayed there. You just sat restlessly waiting for her to finish. Afterwards, she dragged you into the church that faced River Road to make you touch the holy water. She watched you motion the sign of the cross before fixing your shirt. She held your shoulders as the two of you left. Okay. Your mom version of her consciousness at the same disrespectable neural visioning clinic as Duck. Oh, so my mom's Duck? The device that hosts her consciousness is called a head drive. Okay. Your grandfather, Peter, Pops Pierre, Melancon, has passed away when you were a teenager. Resident of Curves called him King Pierre after fiasco involving a stolen ring that landed him in Angola. Okay. And then Duck is an old friend of your mom's who lost his son when a shield pipeline cutting through their yard exploded. He visioned his consciousness at the same clinic as her. They fell out of touch before she died. He lives in Dimes and is in poor health. Your grandpa broke into a pawn shop and stole a jeweled ring to uphold the lie that he was descended from a French royalty. Your mom later discovered that the ruby was made of synthetic material. She still wore the ring around her neck until she died. She was buried with it. Alright, everybody. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and call this video here. So without any further ado, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I truly do greatly appreciate it. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. And as always, I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Bye, guys.